Spring's hot days have arrived in the rainforest, and suddenly the shadows are deeper, the days are longer, and the sun shines with a different kind of warmth. This week we've been celebrating the sunshine, fencing new goat paddocks, regenerating up in the bush, preparing for the coming summer, harvesting and cooking from nature's abundance, and working hard on a cottage garden makeover. Permaculture and regenerative farming is about circularity and working with the land. Honestly, this garden is a big mess, but we're so inspired to make it beautiful again.
I guess the chickens will do most of this.
We're going to bring the chickens in here each day to help us recondition the soil and clear the weeds. Chickens are so great in a permaculture garden. They eat food waste, scratch the soil to create a thick mulch, and poop to fertilize everything. Also, they are just such sweet companions. The goats also help us so much on the farm. They are again helping us rejuvenate this garden. They're eating down everything, and their poop will be great nutrition for the soil. We move the goats to new paddocks each day, and now the twin babies are old enough for this adventure too. It's such an honor to watch them grow. It's really amazing to see their instincts act immediately. Their innate knowledge of the world is so clear in everything that they do. As they grow, we watch them explore, nibble on everything, and understand the landscape around them. They spend all day following their mama, chewing on new things, broadening their understanding of the world. At the end of the day, they get so tired. After hours of bouncing around the paddock, they jump into our lap for a nap and prefer to be carried home.
I'm too tired to walk around. It's a big day. Raspberries all over your lip. Have you found the wild raspberries? Yes. What about you, Paisley? Oh, kiss for your sister. You go. You go. Oh, you're alright. Careful, that's water. Let's go find your mommy. Let's go find your mommy.
I guess that this innate knowledge of the world is within all of us. Like goats or goannas or the land or the trees, we all hold this continuing knowledge. All of our ancestors knew how to grow food, and it's only been in these recent generations that we've lost this knowledge. In the 1800s, 90% of the population lived on farms or were farmers, and today it's around 1%. Even though this immediate connection to the land has been lost, I think that we still all hold it within us, and we can connect to it, in the way that we view the earth or the weather, or in the way that we cook, eat, or grow.
So I wonder, and I wonder still, if we all just stopped and waited until our most wildest dreams became our foremost thoughts. Somewhere in my memory, going back now centuries, I can recall a time of ancient past. before we move so far.
Can I have some pumpkins? I have way too much.
The garden writes its own recipe book. What is in season always tastes best, and we find that combining different ripe things from the garden creates for the yummiest meals that we wouldn't have thought of.
I've accidentally made a lot of bread. It looks good. Yeah.
Before we move so fast. So
Can I try some, or is it just dough? Good.
we all just stop.
You want a special treat? I think we'll just use that much today.
Somewhere in my memory, going back now centuries, all the time of ancient past, before we move so fast. I wonder,
This one's not ready.
I wonder how, after all this time, we can still allow for incessant greed while the earth's stripped bare. Somewhere in my memory, going back now centuries, I can recall a time of ancient past, before we move so fast. So I wonder, oh I wonder, yeah I wonder.
With spring here, it feels like everything is inspired and there's new change everywhere. We have been incubating chicken eggs for the past few weeks, and they hatched. This climate is tough for raising baby chickens, and normally if the mama chook tries, the eggs get eaten by goannas or snakes before they even get a chance to hatch. So we incubated them ourselves instead, and we're so excited to meet these little fluffy angels. We can't decide on names. I've named this little grey fluffball Elf, but there are 4 more, and some more eggs have shown signs of hatching. Please comment your name suggestions for these tiny little chickies. These new babies will one day live down at the community garden. We plan a rotational garden where chickens will help by composting and mulching the soil in between plantings. If you've been watching for a while, you'll know that this back paddock has always been our dream, to let the goats and sheep regenerate this patch of rainforest that has been overrun with weeds. It's a big challenge fencing up here in the rainforest bush. The slopes are so steep that you need to scramble on your hands and knees in some parts. A huge thank you to our patrons whose support has let us buy the materials to create this fence, which will keep the goats and sheep safe and let them munch on all the weeds. With the elimination of species like lantana, camphor laurels, and molasses grass, the native species will be able to thrive. And excitedly, the red cedars, tree ferns, and gums will be able to grow freely. Already, since the goats have started coming up here some days, we can see the landscape shifting. The lantana has receded and the red cedars have new growth. This has been the most daunting dream that we've honestly been wanting to do forever, but we've finally made a start.
We're doing some fencing in here and it's so hard to get in, and the only thing that could fit is the tiny truck. We got the big chainsaw in now, so we're ready to go.
Everyone has come together to help, and this feeling of community makes us so warm. Our brother Riley has been chainsawing trees. These are invasive camphor laurels that are in the way of where the fence will go. Our uncle has been fencing on this steep rainforest valley. We're so excited about this regenerative project and the future of the farm. With the bush restored, there'll be less fire hazard. A few years ago, in a big drought, the tops of the ridges burnt in a bushfire. This threat is very scary, and by letting the animals clear the weeds means that there is a returned healthy balance of the rainforest.
Because it's the dry season, the goats don't have that much food to forage, but they love mulberry leaves, so I'm going to climb up and cut them off some. It's okay, Moth, I'm coming. I'm getting you some food.
Goats always know what they need. They understand their bodies and eat a balanced diet of exactly what they need in different seasons. In the spring, there isn't much grass around, and they love eating mulberry leaves that are full of nutrition.
This is the place where she goes to think for a while. Swings with her basket, taking in the air. Down through the roads to see who else might be there. Adam Hedgehog with Raven or Solomon there. In the place where she goes to listen and share.
Yeah, you're still getting used to it. Don't step on things! Come on!
She planted all the little things that she took for granted. One by one they quickly fade into nothing. Funny how the mind plays tricks once you started questioning where you belong. Worried you got it all wrong. Just look at Verity. She's lost.
I want to get attacked by the
She's
rooster.
so
Okay, come on!
happy.
You ready for your new paddock? Oh my god. Sergeant Pepper. This is Sergeant Pepper. Ooh, it's alright. It's okay. He's the rooster, but he's very friendly, but he has really big spurs. So he hasn't ever attacked us, but I'm always scared of picking him up. It was really scary. So big. But you're friendly, aren't you?
That she planted all the little things that she took for granted. One by one they quickly fade into nothing. Funny
Chickens
how
are so
the
great in the
mind
garden.
plays
They
tricks
instinctively
once
make their own
started
compost. They scratch up mulch, poop as fertilizer, and then mix it all up. Rotating them to different areas that need replenished soil, they get so excited by all the new treats for them. Chickens were once jungle birds. They love this kind of environment, with mulch, insects, and plenty of room to explore. By working with the chickens, we can imitate and honor nature. The chickens do all of the work, and this means we can follow no-dig practices, sequestering carbon in the soil and keeping a healthy microbial balance. Working with nature actually makes things so easy. We can just sit back and let the chickens do all of the work.
golden retreat. Time to head on back. Careful steps to not fall between the cracks. All that she wanted, she noticed didn't have. In the place where she goes to just sit and relax.
Paisley? You're growing up so fast. What do you think? I think so. It's hot.
step. This is their home, and you are a guest. Toes in the grass, gripping with us, looking around for paradise. All those familiar sounds, those familiar textures and colors. Now your heart is truly bound.
Come on!
Within the vines of all the poets and lovers. Into the woods, lay on your chest, feeling the pulse of all the insects. Center the moss, so damp and so fresh. Fixating eyes on the birds in their nests. All those familiar sounds, those familiar textures and colors. For now your heart is
In big news this week, Maggie has gotten very round and she's showing signs that she's pregnant. We can't believe it. Maggie has never had a baby and she was just a tiny baby herself when she came to the farm. We can't wait.
those familiar textures and colors. Now your heart is truly bound within the vines of all the poets and lovers.
The beautiful music in this video is by Aaron Gold. Aaron and his partner Laura travel around Europe in the most amazing self-converted van. They also have a YouTube channel where you can watch along on their inspiring journey. Their links are in our description. Thank you so much for watching. We are so grateful to the support from our patrons. We have so much inspiration for the regeneration of the farm.
At the start of spring, when the first hot nights come, the most magical thing happens. The fireflies emerge for breeding season, and just for 30 minutes after sunset, they light up the rainforest with their glow. There's fireflies everywhere right now, and they're lighting up the rainforest with their light, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.